Hey, what's up, y'all? So, Dish Nation isn't the type of show to hold back when it comes to spilling your tea on your favorite celebrities. So why would we hold back when so much things are going on in the country right now? We gotta address this stuff. What better time than now to shake the table? And for those who don't know what we're talking about taking a step forward to eradicate racism. Now, the term shaking the table comes from reality shows like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of New Jersey and whatnot. When people really want to get their point across, they would literally shake the table. Now, we have a nice diverse family here at Dish Nation who are black, white, Latino, and we all get along most of the time. Now, Portia, we've heard Black Lives Matter throughout the year. We've seen all the different protests. Why do you believe the movement has shifted and things are really moving around right now?
Well, I truly believe the time we're living in now is a historical, monumental time. As you look around the globe, everybody is understanding that love is an action word. We love each other as humans. We all want equality. And I feel like looking around the globe and seeing everybody protest and stand in solidarity against systematic racism and social injustices against African Americans is what is going to launch this movement to the next level. I think that is going to be the very difference. The fact that everyone, no matter what color you are, you can have a position in this movement. You can stand up and use your voice to amplify Black voices, amplify African Americans in society, and speak against police brutality. The fact that everybody is leveling up their individual activists inside of them is what is going to make this an everlasting movement. I really feel like, in the past, it had been laid out for us. And with the new young people being able to look back and see what the other civil rights activists went through and what they died for and what they were abused about and what they stood for, it is empowering a brand new generation of civil rights activists that are not going to take no for an answer. We are done. We are not okay. And we are taking a stance at this moment. And I think that you can truly see that with the big companies that are being able to turn around their whole marketing campaigns, which have been racist in the past. And you can see them donating their dollars to Black Lives Matters organizations. I think that all of that is a part of what will change, along with us going out and to vote to provoke real change.
Oh, who's your script?
All right,
Shit, girl, we ain't got nothing to say behind that. You summed it up. We agree with you, girl.
Yeah, that's too much. But here's the deal, y'all. If there's just one thing, y'all, that you could say to everybody out there about the state of the country, y'all, what would it be?
Things are changing and people are sick of the old way. And you know what I mean? And what? Just to take a step forward in the right direction, Frank, Heidi, Chewy, I need y'all to shake the table right now.
I'll shake the table and then Frank shake the table. But here's what I'm mad about. Number one, I'm mad about Clarence Thomas, not supporting the gay and lesbian community. I'm mad about that protecting workers' rights. So I am mad about that, Clarence Thomas. Shame on you. But I will say this. A lot of people say it's the calm before the storm, but I think in this situation, the state right now, I think this is the storm before the calm. I think we are mad. We're in a revolution right now, and a revolution needs to happen. It needs to get dirty and ugly, and it's awful, and it's been awful for a long time, but I think it's really bad right now, and I think the good that can come out of this is it's going to change. It's going to get calm, and we're going to be able to just live in peace and not have to worry about every day. It's something that I look at and I go, listen, I got pulled over by the police the other day. We were driving to Oregon. I was on my vacation. I was doing 95 in a 65. 95.
Oh, well, yeah.
How fast you were going, sir?
And I got pulled over, and the only thought I had was, oh, damn it. Oh, this is a hassle. Now I'm going to get a ticket. I'm going to get points on my license. But never once did the thought cross my mind, oh, my God, I might die tonight. Oh, my God, I might be pulled out of my car and killed. And I only thought was, this is inconvenient for me. And that made me, not that I didn't know that, but that really just woke me up like, whoa, I've never, ever had to worry about that. And it's just.
That's right.
And those are the kind of fears that if you're a man of color or a woman of color, Heidi, that's something that's always in the back of my mind every time I either see a cop or I'm pulled over.
I'm sorry.
Like I fear for my life, man, and that is kind of been the feeling since I was a teenager. I used to walk around. Police officers used to harass me when I was young, and I actually had to have a cop. I actually had to walk around with a copy of my report card in my backpack to show these officers that I was a good kid, that I wasn't in gangs, that I wasn't doing nothing crazy. Like, I actually had to have proof that I was a good person. So, and I also, you know, if we're having this discussion, I need to also talk to my Latino folks out there. They need to know that our black brothers and sisters are hurting right now, and their fight is our fight. And that our fight is their fight also. We are in this together. When they're not messing and destroying the black community, they're coming after us. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be there for each other. The solidarity has to be there, and we also have to understand as Latinos that the systems that are set in place in this country weren't designed by our black folks, and they damn for sure were not set up by people that look like me. So we have to be in this together. It's our fight. We have to unify, and that's how we will take down systemic racism in this country. That's what's going to happen, and that's what needs to happen.
I was driving home from Georgia to Texas, and honey, the police stopped me and pulled me over. I promise you, girl, I turned up the gay, honey. I put my hands out the window, and I got as gay as I could get to let him know, honey, I was not going to hurt him or harm him, honey. I was that terrified. So, honey, it was a mess.
Garrett already had his fur cuffs on.
Now, you know, I heard a lot of people say that Black Lives Matter and that movement, you know, it needs to be not just black people who are speaking out. You need people who are not black and brown to speak out. So as a white woman, white gay woman, I don't know if that matters, but how can I help? What can we do? I want to do the right thing. I don't want to do something that makes it look like, oh, God, they're there. It's almost like, oh, look, I hashtagged BLM. I did something. What can I do? I will do anything to help.
I think check other racists and don't let them get their rhetoric off. Because, like, you know, it's one thing if people of color complain to upper management or people who are in charge of making decisions about things. Yeah, it's another thing if people that aren't people of color say something about it.
Exactly.
That lets people know that, yo, this person's really wilding over here.
You need police reform. If people out there don't believe that, they're ridiculous. And I don't think defunding the police department is the idea. I think you need to give it more funding because I think there need to be more a requirement to become a police officer. There's other countries around this great planet of ours that have like a requirement of 4 years, and you look at the incidents with police and their citizens, and they are super, super, super low. No, I mean, there's nothing compared. You need a high school diploma and about 4 months of training. And all of a sudden, they give you a gun and a billy club, and that's not enough. You have to go a 4-year school. You should be almost like an ROTC program where it's like, we pay for you to go to school because you came out of school and you were a good student and you're going to go to get a degree in psychology and criminology. And then when you get out, you're going to be a cop, and it's going to be a high-paying job that is going to be a coveted job.
I think number one, for any of our allies who want to help in the movement who are not black or brown, see yourself in the movement. Understand and see where you possibly in your past could have been maybe closer to the racist side, where you don't have many black friends, you don't socialize with anybody black, you don't amplify black voices. Add that into your lifestyle. Make it a part of who you are now. It's okay if that's not what you did in the past. You can do that now. Also, there's another website called Surge, Showing Up for Racial Justice. And it's where it's a little more comfortable because it's an uncomfortable conversation, and on the website it's information for being in the movement from white people to white people. So it's people who come from your background and who know where your privilege has gotten you to help you be able to reform your own lifestyle to be better effective in the movement. So I really suggest a lot of people to look that site up.
Count me in,
and
Portia.
it's big
Count
help.
me in.
Yeah, it's really, really helpful. It's called Surge, SURJ.
I think the people who watch Dish Nation have already closed that gap.
I do
people
too.
who love the show and watch the show are the people who are closing the gap.
I agree, Frank.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, y'all, now that we've had our discussion on shaking the table and what our allies can do to help us in the fight for justice and equality, we want to hear from you. To make your voice heard and a chance to be featured on our show, send us a tweet or a 1-minute video to @DishNation using our hashtag #ShakingTheTable, and share with us your thoughts on how we can move forward and fight racism together.